I love days like this.
Do you have a few minutes to answer a few questions for Interfaith Philadelphia?
For Interfaith, I do anything. I love the organization.
Great. Can we go inside?
Yes, I just want to say we're in front of a house that was owned by a very famous artist, Thomas Eakins. There's the sign right there. And we were given this space in 2002 by former Mayor John Street, and we've turned it into an art hub.
Awesome. Thanks. Let's go in.
Okay.
So while we're going in, I can ask you, what are you excited about right now?
Well, I'm excited that it's a new day in the city. We have a new mayor, Sherelle Parker. We have some new city council people. I just feel really enthusiastic about that. There's a lot of interesting initiatives cooking that we can connect to, and I like that. I've worked for the city for a really long period of time, and I love that too. I love being a public servant.
So what is your favorite sports team?
My favorite sports team. Well, I think I'm divided. I want to say the Phillies, but I also have to say the Eagles. We're doing a great project with the Phillies, a Dick Allen mural, very famous ball player who never got his due when he was alive. And then the Eagles, yay, Eagles. We transform a school every year with them, inside, outside.
Right.
We do murals. They build a playground. It's really fantastic. So it's a tie. Phillies and Eagles.
I don't know if anyone's asked you this, but where are you from originally?
I grew up in Margate, New Jersey, right outside of Atlantic City, and I went to college in California, went to Stanford, then I moved to LA. I was there for 5 years. That's where I got my start painting murals, and then became really sick. I have lupus. I came back east to be with my family in Margate, and as I was coming up to Philly all the time to go to Hahnemann Hospital for treatments, I started reading about former Mayor Wilson Goode and the Anti-Graffiti Network, and I applied and I got a job with Anti-Graffiti.
Oh, okay.
That's what kept me here.
Interesting. When you were 10 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A spy.
Oh, interesting. Why's that?
I had a spy club. It was very active, and it was at this old hotel in Atlantic City where we belonged to the pool. They had a pool club, and I commandeered other 10-year-olds to be with me, and we would try to solve mysteries. I was an avid reader of Nancy Drew, and so I thought about being a detective or a spy, and that changed pretty fast to wanting to be an artist, and that stuck with me for quite a while. And then I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I was an artist who wanted to be a lawyer. So anyway, and that brings me to running mural arts.
Awesome. I know there's a lot of murals in the city. How many do we have today?
We've created 4,300 murals, big and little, indoor and outside, since 1984.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, I have lots of favorites, actually, but I think one of my favorites is the Amy Sherald mural at 11th and Sansom. It is a really important project. Amy Sherald is like a rock star in the art world. She did Michelle Obama's portrait. She committed to working with us before she was super famous, and after she did the First Lady's portrait, she said that she would still do the project with us, which meant a lot. And it was part of our art education program. So we took kids up to her studio in Hoboken, and they got to meet artists and curators that looked like them. And she did this magnificent 8-story figure. And it's a portrait of a young woman in our program who aged out of foster care and had a lot of struggles with her mom. And this project reunited them in a really wonderful way. And so when I look at that mural, I think about resilience and grit, and I think of triumph, and I think that it gives young people in this city the dignity and respect they truly deserve.
That's fantastic. Do you have a ritual, like a morning ritual?
Yes, very much so. I wake up, I feed the pets, and then I exercise. And then after I exercise, I read a little bit, and then I go to work. And I'm an early morning person, so I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like, boom, boom, boom. The pets wake me up. And my husband, he's a night person. So he's still sleeping. So of course they come to me. And so then when I'm downstairs, I exercise, do a little reading, and then I'm like frantically, I'm answering texts or emails, I'm writing things up. It's something about those morning hours that I find I'm highly productive.
That's awesome. How does your religious faith influence your approach to your work?
Well, I'm Jewish. I was raised Jewish. And I think that there's something about that religion that has a lot to do with giving back and seeing the best in everyone, and really thinking about all the different things that connect us to the world and to each other, So I feel I draw on that faith often. And when things go wrong, I try hard not to stay there, but to think about the solutions and possibility and hope. And I think that's why I love art so much, because I think that's what it does. It expands our universe. It connects us to all that makes us human and underscores our difference and our distinctions. And it shines a wonderful light on our commonality and humanity. And, but I do connect that to my faith.
Do you have a favorite Philly food?
I thought about this. I have to say, I love Greek food, so I love Estia. I love Italian food, so the saloon. I mean, I love, and then I have to say, I just love soft pretzels. I really do. They are so delicious.
What's your favorite part of your job?
Oh, inventing things. Really thinking about people's imagination and what they're thinking about, and to tap into our collective imagination as a city and draw on that as we design our programs and our projects. And that to me is wonderful. I have an amazing team of people that I work with here at Mural Arts. We employ 250 artists. We have 25,000 constituents that we work with. It's like a feast of riches. And then you try to design all these projects that really resonate and connect with people and give them light in their life. And how wonderful is that? It's really a privilege and an honor to do this job.
Awesome. What's something that you love about Interfaith Philadelphia?
What I love about Interfaith is really what I love about art. I think that Interfaith comes from the point of view of wanting to connect all of us. Interfaith acknowledges and sees our difference, but also sees our commonality. Interfaith asks us to appeal to our better angels and to rise. And that's really unusual and brilliant and wonderful, and at the end of the day, incredibly inspiring.
Great. Well, thank you, Jane Golden from Mural Arts, for having us today. We really appreciate it, and we love visiting you.
Oh, this has been a pleasure. Thank you.